आज इस वीडियो में हम आगा खान यूनिवर्सिटी एग्जामिनेशन बोर्ड क्लास 11th सितंबर 2014 फिजिक्स पेपर 1 सॉल्व करेंगे. सो लेट्स कम टू आवर क्वेश्चन नंबर 1. So here we have our first question in this year. Which of the following is true for random errors? Random error से related कौन सी बात है जो कि सही लिखी हुई है? सो फर्स्ट इज जीरो सेटिंग, कि किसी इंस्ट्रूमेंट को जब हम यूज कर रहे हो तो उसमें रैंडम एरर जीरो की सेटिंग की वजह से आता है. जीरो एरर अगर उसके अंदर मौजूद है तो वो रैंडम एरर की वजह से नहीं आता, वो इंस्ट्रूमेंट की वजह से आता है. तो इट्स मीन जीरो सेटिंग इज नॉट the cause of the random error. Similarly, डेटा हैंडलिंग सिस्टम, जिसमें हम डेटा को किस तरह से हैंडल करते हैं, उसकी वजह से जो एरर आ रहा है दैट कैन बी काउंट इन ह्यूमन एरर. सो रैंडम एरर्स उन फैक्टर्स की वजह से होते हैं दैट आर अनएवॉइडेबल. अनएवॉइडेबल फैक्टर्स की वजह से जो एरर्स कॉज होते हैं हमारी मेजरमेंट में, वो रैंडम एरर्स के अंदर आते हैं. सो जीरो सेटिंग हमारे हाथ में, हम किस तरह उसको चेंज सही कर सकते हैं. डेटा हैंडलिंग परफॉर्मर के हाथ में होते हैं. एक्सपेरिमेंटल परफॉर्मेंस ये भी हमारे हाथ में है कि हम उसको किस तरह से कैरी करते हैं. बट इन्वायरमेंटल कंडीशंस आर नॉट ऑन दी परफॉर्मर्स. सो इन्वायरमेंटल कंडीशन को हम वेरी या चेंज नहीं कर सकते. दैट कैन कॉज सम अमाउंट ऑफ random errors in our measurement. So option C would be the right answer. Then we have question number 2. All of the following are the basic quantities. हमारे पास basic quantities मौजूद हैं except for the one. So mole is the base quantity, ampere is the base quantity, and candela is the base quantity. So these three are the quantities that are among those seven quantities that are known as fundamental or basic quantities. So momentum is the quantity that is the product of mass and velocity, and this is the quantity that is made up of base quantities, and this quantity is known as drive quantities. So option D is our right answer. Let's see question number 3, 4, and 5. A vector having same magnitude as that of A but opposite in the direction of A. So let's suppose we have two vectors. One is the vector this is the vector A, and the other is the vector that is in opposite direction to that of A. So let's say this is 5 newtons east and this is 5 newton west. So these two vectors that have the same magnitude except for the direction that is opposite to each other, these vectors are known as negative vectors of each other. ये दोनों vectors एक दूसरे के negative vectors कहलाते हैं. So here is the definition of the negative vectors having the same magnitude but opposite in direction. So if this vector is represented by A, so this vector will be represented by negative A. So option D is our right answer for this question number 3. Then we have question number 4. Scalar product of two mutually perpendicular vectors will be equal to what? सो क्वेश्चंस के अंदर हमें स्केलर प्रोडक्ट के बारे में पूछा है, और स्केलर प्रोडक्ट भी दो ऐसे वेक्टर्स का दैट आर परपेंडिकुलर वेक्टर्स. सो दिस इज द वेक्टर ए एंड दिस इज द वेक्टर बी. So scalar product, or we can also say that dot product, उस प्रोडक्ट को कहते हैं जिसमें दो वेक्टर्स, एक वेक्टर का प्रोजेक्शन किसी दूसरे वेक्टर के ऊपर हम फाइंड आउट कर रहे हो. सो एंड दिस इज इक्वल्स टू ए डॉट बी and AB cosine of theta. We know that if the angle between them is 90, So cos 90 will be equals to 0. So दो perpendicular vectors का dot product और scalar product हमेशा 0 के बराबर आता है. So option B is our right answer. Then we have question 5. All of the following are the scalar quantities. So, scalar quantities are those that do not require any direction. They can be completely described by using its magnitude and its unit. So, we have mass, that is the base, scalar quantity, length is the scalar, volume is the scalar, torque is a quantity, that is vector quantity. It requires direction for its description. So option C is the right answer. Then we have question number 6. A force F acts upon a body of mass 5 kg, which starts from rest as shown in the diagram. So the graph varies with time. We have to find the value of momentum at 4 seconds. So the value of momentum we need to calculate, and at time is equals to 4 seconds. So the formula for the momentum is the mass time velocity, as well as momentum, or the change in momentum is equals to force multiplied by time. So force, we know that at 4 seconds, at 4 seconds, the value of force is 10 newtons. So force will be 10 and time will be 4. So the magnitude of momentum will be equals to 40 newton seconds. So option D will be our right answer. Then we have question number 7 and 8. If two bodies of equal masses collide elastically with each other, then after collision, what happens to their velocities? So let's say we have two bodies of almost equal masses. These are two bodies of equal masses. So let's say this is body A and this is body B, and they are moving towards each other. So let's say its velocity is 10 meter per second and its velocity is 20 meters per second. But they have equal masses. So after collision kya hoga? After collision, they will exchange their velocities. And this exchange of velocities occurs only when they have equal masses. Ma equals to mb, and the direction of velocities will be opposite as before. So after collision कुछ इस तरह से होगा कि बॉडी ए जो कि राइट डायरेक्शन में मूव कर रही थी, और ये हमारे पास दूसरी बॉडी बी जो कि लेफ्ट डायरेक्शन में मूव कर रही थी. सो बॉडी ए will starts moving opposite with velocity 20 meter per second, and the body B will move opposite with the velocity 10 meters per second. So in short, these two bodies have exchanged their velocities when they have equal masses and collide elastically. So the correct answer for this question number 7 is option D, that these bodies will exchange their velocities after collision. All of the followings are the units of work except for the one. So the uh, we have four options and we have to identify that which quantity, which unit is not, cannot be used or do not have the dimensions as that of work. So erg is the not SI but FPS unit of work. Calories and work can be used, or energy can be measured in calories. Similarly, foot pound is can be used to measure the work. Horsepower Horsepower is the unit that is used to describe the power, that is the rate of doing work. And we know that 1 HP is equals to 746 watts. What is the SI unit of power? While horsepower, HP, is the unit in which power can be described. So option D is the right answer. Let's see question number 9 and 10. When a body is lifted against the gravity in the angle, then the angle and the type of work done between gravitational force and displacement is. So, when a body is moving upward and the gravitational force is acting downward. So, we have this is the direction of displacement of the body, and this is the direction of gravitational force. So as we know, the angle between them is 180 degrees. So 180 degrees, and in this case work done is said to be negative. Work is always negative when force and displacement are opposite to each other. जब फोर्स और डिस्प्लेसमेंट अपोजिट हो तो इस केस में वर्क डन नेगेटिव कहलाता है और अपोजिट मींस द एंगल बिटवीन देम इज 180 डिग्री सो थीटा इज 180 and the work done is negative. Option C is the right answer. Then we have question number 10. The horsepower is a unit of uh, energy. Sorry, horsepower and R. So HP times R. So what is HP? We have done in the previous question that this HP is the unit of not SI unit but a unit of power. Similarly, R, we know that not the SI unit but R is a unit of time. So if we recall what is power multiplied by time, so power multiplied by time is equals to energy or work. So work or energy is equals to power into time. So the right answer for this question number 10 is option B. Let's see question number 11. The given diagram represents a force of 100 Newton applied to drag a block on a horizontal plane at a speed of 5 meter per second. So we have force, we have velocity, and we have to calculate the power of that object. So the simple formula for the power is rate of doing work. But we do not have work, we do not have time, but we have force and velocity. So power can also be represented as the dot product of force and velocity. Power force और velocity का dot product होता है. So force is 100, velocity is 5. So in short, power will be equals to 500 watts. So the right answer we have is in option D. Let's see question number 12. The angular displacement that is represented by the theta is converted into linear displacement that is represented by S, and the relation between them is S equals to R theta. So the right relation between them is in option B. Next, we have question number 13. Which of the following law is applicable in diving, in gymnastics, and in ice skating? So as we have seen कि इन तमाम applications के अंदर persons rotation करते हैं अपनी bodies के radius को increase और decrease करते हुए उसमें अपनी body में rotation create करते हैं. So the main law, the main principle that is applied in these application is the law of conservation of angular मोमेंटम अपनी बॉडी के रेडियस को, अपनी बॉडी के हैंड्स और लेग्स की मूवमेंट को फोल्ड करके और एक्सपेंड करके मोमेंटम को कंजर्व रखते हैं और रोटेशन प्रोड्यूस करते हैं. ऑप्शन डी इज द राइट आंसर. Let's see question number 14. In the given diagram, a body is moving in a circular path and its velocity is increasing. The direction of angular acceleration is same as that of its angular velocity. Circular motion के अंदर we have three basic quantities, angular quantities, that are angular displacement, angular velocity, angular acceleration, angular momentum. So all these quantities are same in direction, that can be found by using right hand grip rule. If we place our right hand in the direction of motion such that our curled fingers are in direction of circular motion, so our thumb will point the direction of these quantities. So the correct answer is option A, that the direction of angular acceleration alpha will be equal to or the same as the direction of angular velocity. So option A is our right answer. Let's move to our question number 15. Which of the following represents the turbulent flow? इन तमाम चारों डायग्राम्स के अंदर टर्बुलेंट फ्लो कौन सा है? सो टर्बुलेंट फ्लो इज द वन इन विच द डायरेक्शन ऑफ motion of the particles of the fluids cannot be determined. They have a sort of random type of motion. So in the diagram D, these random motion of the particle is shown. So option D is a diagram in which the particles movement is shown random. So option D is the right answer. Let's move to our next question, that is question number 16. Which of the following effect is observed in venturimeter when fluid flows through the constriction section of the pipe? So the venturi relation is such that the change in pressure is equals to half rho V2 square minus V1 square. So this equation is known as Venturi relation, that is derived on the basis of Bernoulli's equation. So as we can see, or this Venturi meter is a device that is used to measure the liquid or fluid flow. So when the fluid flows through the constriction section of the pipe where the area is small. So when it is passing through the uh, less area or the constricted part of the pipe, the pressure there becomes low. Pressure is low, and due to low pressure, option A will be the right answer. Then we have question number 17. In which of the type of oscillation the total energy stays the same over a period of time? कौन सी टाइप ऑफ वाइब्रेशन में जो टोटल एनर्जी है वो हमेशा सेम रहती है? सो दिस टाइप ऑफ ऑस्किलेशन इज नोन एज ड्रिवन ऑस्किलेशन. ड्रिवन ऑस्किलेशन में क्या होता है? ये ड्रिवन ऑस्किलेशन में एक कांस्टेंट फोर्स होगी जो कि उस वाइब्रेटिंग बॉडी को मूव करवाएगी. जितनी अमाउंट ऑफ जितनी अमाउंट ऑफ हम एनर्जी वाइब्रेशन के दौरान वेस्ट हो रही होगी, सो सेम अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी इज प्रोवाइडेड विद अ कांस्टेंट फोर्स, जिसकी वजह से बॉडी कंटिन्यूसली विद द सेम एम्पलीट्यूड वाइब्रेट करती रहेगी और टोटल एनर्जी उसकी ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम विल रिमेन सेम. सो ऑप्शन सी इज द राइट आंसर. Let's see question number 18. Which of the following phenomena is shown in the given diagram? So, as we can see, the amplitude of the vibrating body is decreasing with respect to time. So, this process is known as damping. So, option A is the right answer. Then we have question number 19. In the given diagram, a glass is broken when a driven frequency of oscillation becomes equal to the natural frequency of the glass. So, the driven frequency of oscillation has become equal to the natural frequency of the glass. So, what will happen is that the molecules of the glass will vibrate more with more amplitude just because the frequency of oscillation is matched with the natural frequency of the glass. So, this phenomena is known as resonance, and due to this resonance, the particles or the atoms of the glass vibrate starts vibrating with a greater amplitude, and due to this greater amplitude vibration the glass will be broken down. So option C is the phenomena that is involved in this situation. Let's see question number 20. This diagram shows the movement of a body moving in a circular path with the uniform speed. The one dimensional motion of the body is described as spin motion, rectilinear motion, oscillatory motion, or the simple harmonic motion. So, as we know that body is moving in a circular path with uniform speed. This type of motion is known as uniform circular motion. इस तरह के मोशन को यूनिफॉर्म सर्कुलर मोशन कहते हैं एंड यूनिफॉर्म सर्कुलर मोशन इज अ टाइप ऑफ rectilinear motion. So option B is the right answer. Then we have question number 21. The production of beats between two sound waves occurs due to the difference in their frequencies. So, option B is the right answer. When two sounds of slightly different frequencies overlap or super interfere with each other, they form a phenomena that is known as beats. Question number 22. The cause of change in observed frequency, the change in observed frequency due to the constant relative motion between the source and the observer. This will cause the change in frequency as well as the change in wavelength of the observed sound and the source sound. So, this type of phenomena is known as Doppler effect. Option C is the right answer for this question. Let's move to our question number 23 and 24. All of the following are the conditions necessary for producing the interference of light waves except for the one. So we know that the conditions that our source should be coherent, source should be monochromated, and two source must be very close to each other, but two source must travel in opposite direction. We do not have any such condition for the phenomena of producing interference. So option D is the right answer or the wrong condition for uh, the interference of wave. Then we have question number 24. In Young's double slit experiment, the distance between two consecutive bright or the dark fringes is equal to. So this distance is represented by delta y, and this is equals to lambda L over D. So this is the formula of the distance between any two consecutive bright fringes or two consecutive dark fringes. So this is the distance between two fringes. So we have the correct answer in option B. Then we have question number 25. Which of the following suggests that the light waves are transverse? The phenomena that can be used to describe the transverse nature of light is the polarization. So this is the phenomena in which light is passed through polaroids, and one of the component of the light can be blocked and one can be allowed to pass through it. So option D is the right answer. According to the basic postulate of kinetic molecular theory of gases, the collision between gas molecules are perfectly elastic. This means that no friction is involved, no energy is lost in any other form of energy, no heat is produced between the collision of molecules of gases. So the molecules of the gases collide with each other with the perfectly elastic collision. Option A is the right answer. Let's come to our next question, that is question number 27. According to Charles' law, volume of the gas of a mass is inversely proportional to volume of the gas is directly proportional to the temperature of the gas. The law states that volume is directly proportional to the temperature such that the pressure remains constant. So if V and T are directly proportional, so the ratio of V over T always remains constant. So the correct answer is directly proportional to the absolute temperature. Option C is the right answer. Then we have question number 28, in which of the following process no heat enters or leaves the system. It's mean the system do not allow to absorb heat and system is not allowed to emit heat. No heat is and no heat enters the system or leaves the system. That shows that delta Q is equal to zero. And this type of thermodynamic process are known as adiabatic uh, process. So option C is the right answer. Which of the following quantities remains constant in an isothermal process? So this is obvious from this name that in isothermal process, the quantity that remains same is the temperature. So the work done on the gas or work done by the gas at constant temperature is known as isothermal process. Option D is the right answer. So here we are on the last question of this year. In a refrigerator, the direction of flow of heat is always from a cold body to a hot body. So this refrigerator works exactly opposite to that of a heat engine, in which the heat flows from a hot body to a cold body. But in refrigerator, heat is allowed to move from cold body to a move from a cold body to a hot body with the work done on the system. So option C is the right answer of this question number 30.